Welcome to the Dragon Ball Legends Awards Show of 2024. This is a yearly award ceremony where we showcase the best units released, the worst, and the most valuable unit that everyone should strive to obtain. Now with that said, let's start with the worst 1% sparking, and that is Blue Videl from the Majin Buu saga. Now this Videl unit is absolutely terrible. She does decent strike damage, and that's about it. Her major flaws are that she needs to be paired up with a girl's character, or else she's missing a good portion of her kit. She gets endurance, applies support, and increases her and the team's damage with an allied tag girl's character. Why? Just why, Toshi? Her only teams are Majin Buu Saga and girls, and like I said before, her kit is locked behind girls, so you can only run that team. And she gets endurance with girls, and that team is trash. Now for some reason, the Legends team decided to give her the ability to completely restore her Vantage Gauge with a tackle or quick attack and not on activating her main. Her disruptible flow 50% HP is pitiful and accomplishes absolutely nothing since your opponent can still use their main or rising rush. Otherwise, overall, this unit wasn't supposed to release in 2024, but in 2022. Now moving on to the best 1% sparking, I gotta give it to Green Evil Majin Buu. This man works wonders for the Majin Buu Saga team and is still runnable in PvP many months later after its release. Now as a defense type, he does his job well, unlike transforming Goku Black. That fraud. On cover change, he destroys 2 enemy cards, increases sub count by 2, reduces card draw speed by 1 for 10 timer counts, reduces enemy key by 30, increase arts cost by 5 for 5 timer counts, and cancels his own attribute downgrades. That's a mouthful. Basically, your long combos that go on for 400 timer counts will be stopped right then and there. While he doesn't have endurance himself, he has some rising rush protection with his 5 sub count reduction. He's also able to cancel enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects twice. Now this unit was an absolute menace during the 6th anniversary on the team with Ultimate Gohan and Kid Buu. Now that team just wouldn't die, and I still have nightmares facing that team every single time PvP. Now here is the full placement of all the 1% sparkings of 2024. Not gonna lie, quite a lot of sparkings for this year. Okay, so let's talk about the worst Legends Limited unit of 2024. Now this unit was based from a very fan favorite moment in the Dragon Ball Z anime. A lot of people, including myself, had a ton of hype for this character, only for the Legends team to fumble the bag so hard on this kit. You know who I'm talking about. It's Super Vegeta from the Cell Saga. An absolute shame for what they did to Vegeta fans across the globe. He was so bad on release that they had to buff him with a unique equipment, and that still didn't save him. Yes, it's not a specific unique equipment just for him, but I mean like, the unique equipment got this man's face on it, so obviously it was designed for this man right here. Now this man is basically a glass cannon and he has no defensive mechanics on cover change. In this day and age, this is just dealing like large amounts of damage is not good enough in 2024 to be a viable unit in PvP. Now, from the wise words of Master Goresh,
we've never seen a character go from featured tier to B tier directly. Ever. I don't think so.
But enough hating, let's talk about what he does very well. He's able to completely restore his Vanishing Gauge, nullify cover change, and reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 on main. And when his unique gauge is full, he gets a ton of great buffs, and he's also able to go type neutral for 15 timer counts, restore Vanishing Gauge 3 times, and nullifies the cover change. Now this unit does also have the ability to seal enemies' main, rush, and their special move ultimate and awaken arts cards. However, it's really difficult to capitalize on this on an offensive style unique gauge as opposed to a more defensive style oriented unique gauge. Now moving on to the best Legends Limited of 2024, choice is no-brainer, is transforming Vegeta Blue. I'm sure you've experienced this yourself, but this unit can combo you for days. I can take a nap and Vegeta Blue will still go off on me. Now before transforming, he has a great disruption on switching, inflicting minus 15% to strike and blast arts power, and minus 30% to special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power for 10 timer counts. His unique gauge charges quickly, and he's also able to disrupt the opponent again when he gets below half HP. Now his true colors show when he transforms. He restores Vanish on main twice and draws a ridiculous number of cards to combo for days. But the core reason why this unit is so good is his ability to bypass your opponent's counter gauges when his gauge is full. Toshi literally forgot about fusing Gogeta Blue's Assault Chain and decided to just give fusing Vegeta Blue a better version of the Assault Chain instead. Solely this ability of his will definitely keep him relevant for a while, unless Toshi decides to make a counter to his counter that counters the counter gauges, and that will probably happen next year. Now here's the full placement of all the Legends Limited units of 2024. Alright, let's move on to the MVU, the most valuable unit that everyone should strive to obtain in this game. Now last year, the best team in the game was Users Reps, with Android 17 being the MVU. And this year was supposed to be the year of GT, as Toshi said, but instead, it's the year of Majin Buu Saga, and the unit for MVU is Legends Limited Ultimate Gohan. Now, this unit just does way too much, and he fits on the best team currently in the game, which is Majin Buu Saga. He also was widely run on a hybrid Saiyan team with Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Kid Gohan. From the Cell Saga, he removes Vanish on the main, Ultimate Gohan speaking, gains cover null on the green, and this unit still won. He is literally still the only unit in the game currently with 2 types of unique gauges. Gohan bias right there. This unit is also very easy to use and is very good for new players. But overall, he's able to attack and tank all at once and fits on the best team in the game. Like seriously, Toshi loves Gohan, and this unit is proof of that. And later on in the video, you'll see why Toshi loves Gohan. Now, we all love our Zenkais, and this year is no different. The best Zenkai 2024 goes to Legends Limited Kid Buu. Now, personally for me, it was a tough decision between him and Majin, or Merge Zamasu, but since the best team in the game currently is Majin Buu Saga, I gotta give the slight edge to him. Now, simply the best thing about this unit is that he can restore his energy gauge, his unique ability, and his green card multiple times, has uncancelable endurance, has access to his own specific unique equipment, and the most broken Majin Buu equipment in the entire game. He can tank and do tons of damage. Now, what's not to love of this unit, right? This unit is exactly what Regen needed, and now all we need is just a couple more Regen, Legends Limited units, and Ultra probably, to make this team really shine in PvP. Now, most disappointing Zenkai of 2024. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Blue Deborah. This unit just doesn't do anything well at all. The only redeeming quality that I could think of that will get you to use this unit is that he holds a green and paralysis card, and then he also Zenkai buffs Majin Buu Saga, so basically he's a Zenkai buffer for the Legends Limited Kid Buu. Now, he doesn't provide much support to the team, even though he's a support type, and his stats are they're meh. It's pretty sad that this is currently the only runnable Deborah unit in the game. Obviously, Deborah, he's a cool unit, and he definitely deserves at least one good sparking, or at least a Legends Limited unit in the future. Now, here's the full placement of all the Zenkai units of 2024. Now, to end off the rewards show with the last Dragon Ball Legends award for the best Ultra of 2024. Now, this was a very tough decision, and I might get some hate for it in the comment section below, but honestly, I'm going to have to go with Ultra Majin Vegeta. I just think, based on what he does, he's much better than Beast Gohan. His gauge is much more practical, countering Blast Arts and locking in the opponent instead of just countering Ultimate Arts and Rise and Rush, and you can use it 3 times instead of 1. Majin Vegeta also has Endurance and AoE Green that nullifies cover change, and AoE Greens are very strong. He seals the Rising Rush on the main ability, opponent's Rising Rush, and many more great effects in his kit. And Beast Gohan, on the other hand, I would say he's like an updated Ultra hit. His kit is amazing, but he is a more balanced unit as opposed to Majin Vegeta, and not broken by any means. Yes, Beast Gohan has some broken mechanics in terms of he can counter Rising Rush and do damage, but it works. But his Rising Rush counter mechanic works similar to Tag Goku and Frieza, but kind of similar, where it's not really that difficult to play around it. Also, Beast Gohan does have the, the insta-kill special beam cannon, but there are ways to cancel it if you're quick enough, and it's the same thing as like Ultra Hit's time skip, right? You can, if you're quick enough, you could, prevent the special beam cannon from activating. Now, overall, Majin Vegeta is very busted unit. He fits on the best team in the game still, which is the Majin Buu Saga, with the addition on the team of like, Majin Buu in the leader slot, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and then Legends Limited transforming Vegeta Blue. And he has access to a ton of great equipment. Obviously, the most broken Majin Buu Saga equipment ever made. And to me, this makes him the clear choice for the best Ultra of 2024. Now, here's the full placement of all the Ultra units of 2024. Now, as a reminder for you guys not to get too heated, this is just my list, and it may feel like a certain unit I've placed should be higher or lower in the standings. Let me know your ranking list for each awards category for this video in the comments below. It's been your man Rhythm here, and I'll see you all in 2025. Take care.